All right, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. All right, guys. How do I look? Great, whatever. Doesn't matter how you look. That's a big secret. Anyway, so here it is, the Rapture of James Robert Denke. We'll call it the Rapture of James. Anyway, over 5 years ago, I stole $20,000 from clients who trusted me over a 4-month period by padding their invoices. I rolled a car with a friend of mine from college. He was driving, but I bought the fucking beer. He was ejected when he was brain dead on impact. His family had to pull the plug. A few days later, he had a beautiful baby girl. Sorry, Abby. But he's smiling at you right now. Anyway, I verbally abused my wife. I didn't cheat on her, but I did look at pornography while we were married, which kind of devastated our sex life. I was an asshole to every woman I ever dated. I threw a college girlfriend in the trash, and then a few minutes later, she fell downstairs after we were in an altercation. Sorry about that. I attempted suicide at 16. A college friend, I ignored signs when I spoke to him 2 weeks before he died. I said, you know what, he'll be fine. 2 weeks later, he hanged himself. He wasn't fine. I miss you. I didn't call my grandmother enough. You have to understand, I lived with her for the past couple years of high school, and she is a princess. I'm going to fix that one. I broke up with a girlfriend once, and then it was a humiliating breakup for her. Then I changed my mind a few months later. I went and I pitched her parents. I was like, nah, I'm different now. It's fine. Convinced them, and then I broke up with her again a couple months later. Maybe a couple weeks later anyway. It was fucking humiliating for her. I filed a questionable unemployment claim, and then I collected side income while doing that. That was about 12 years ago. Yeah. I judged everyone I saw because I hated myself. I cheated on an NASD licensing exam in 2003. That statement right there will get me barred from financial services for life. I mean business. I made a documentary without permission from anyone involved. And it humiliated some people too. I padded expense reports at an employer a long time ago because I'm lazy and I had college student loan debt. I killed a squirrel and 10 pigeons just for the fuck of it with a BB gun and a 22. Not for hunting. I canceled appointments and lied about why. I mean, we're talking hundreds of times across the years. I hit on a girl at the Dresden in LA about 6 months ago. Said she had a great body. So drunk that a few minutes later I said the same thing. You have a great body. She's like, you already told me that. I was a creepy guy. I left immediately. I left immediately, but I was a creepy guy. Let's see. I coerced 3 women into having abortions over the years. I also coerced an ex-girlfriend to work with me. When she was hesitant because I was a little bit erratic, I said, well, here's a blank check. I'll sign it and just fill it out if something goes awry. You'll be fine. Now, I don't remember doing that, but when she cashed it, I fought back hard, and it was humiliating for her. The Parkland kids, this one's for you. I bullied one kid one time. He was mentally slow, and he had a trigger word. It wasn't a profane word or anything. It was just a trigger word, and I wanted to test it, so I started calling that word, and he freaked out. I'm sorry about that. I paid a beautiful woman for a hand job and then upgraded midway. She gave consent, but it made her feel uncomfortable. But I upgraded to a blowjob. I also paid 2 other women for hand jobs in my life. I screwed over a former landlord by trashing a room and then just split without even notifying him. I paid him later, but it was just like, it was a waste of everyone's time. I was being a dick. I've driven drunk over 100 times. In fact, I was pulled over one time by the LAPD. I was wasted, and I used the fact that my friend was applying to the LAPD as a reason that I shouldn't get incarcerated on the spot, and it worked. Got off scot-free. I caused accidents by driving aggressively, specifically with an elderly man. I was speeding, and he thought he had more distance. He pulled out in front of me, and then bam, he got nailed for or they called it his fault, even though I was the one speeding. I stiffed banks and employees to deliver this message, but I plan to pay them, the unemployment, any people from the theft back. It's past the statute of limitations, but I plan to do it anyway. So that's it. That's the rapture of James. Now, why the hell would I tell you all that if I got off scot-free? Well, you never really get off scot-free because he knows. And you have till May 21st to do this yourself. And if you do, you are considered a believer, and you're going to get everything you've ever wanted in life. And if you don't, that's okay. He's not going to rain down fire. I don't think he is, at least. I'm still learning how, well, he hasn't revealed that to me yet, but I'm assuming, because he's a badass guy, that that you won't die or anything. It's just you're going to live in hell, which means you won't know the existence of God. You won't get everything you've ever wanted in your life. But anyway, so that's part 2 of the 2018 Rapture Challenge. Part 3, I'm going to go into my credentials. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.